Chatting with Riley. I'm Riley. Yes, I am in my pajamas. It's currently 9:30 at night and I decided to start filming. So I have a cat in my pocket, right? That's not the best bit. I'm just loafing around. I got friend loaf slippers. So today I want to try Mosaic Crochet. I'm looking over there because I've got the thing on the computer, but I've been using the tutorial by Beba Blanket. I think that's how you pronounce it. Whatever. They're gonna get a subscribe from me. And I shall link them down below. Started trying one out just to see how I'm doing, and this is what I've got so far. So I messed up. I thought that this colour was going to be like the background pattern colour, and I wanted to make like the bit that stood out as white. I've got it here, and yeah, I got it wrong. So my background colour is now my foreground colour, and my extra bit that I put in there for lols is now my background colour. I mean, they still work nicely together. This is the back. Nice and neat. So yeah, if you've never done it, it's worked in rows. It's worked front side only. So I've put a little stitch marker so I know where I'm supposed to be starting. So I start on the stitch marker side. I think I'm going to keep this one at this. Sorry, I'm going to do it again, but with this background colour, and then this is the thingy colour because that'll definitely stand out. I shall start a new one, and I'll bring you all in once I've done foundation chain and the first row, just because that took me a long time and it was a big struggle. I'll bring you back in once I've done that, and it'll probably be tomorrow. Hello, it is the next day. Much more like what I'll some rows in. And I'm actually at the same that I was for this one. So put them side by side. There's the back. There's the front. There you go. Pattern's starting to emerge. I've done something wrong. My stitch count is still right, but the actual pattern is I'm having to wiggle it to make it work. So yeah, don't know what I did, but I did something wrong. I definitely messed up the pattern somewhere along the way. This should just be one, and it's a bit wonky. It's supposed to be straight down the edges, but it's not quite straight down the edges. There's the back, if you want to see. Got a little flaps. This is where we're at so far. It is a cross. It is a very pretty cross. This is the back, and the bits that look a bit odd are the pockets that are made from doing the double crochets at the front, because they're in the front loop only. Looking very pretty. Okay, so that's my pattern done. I've tied all my ends together, like with the next one in a double knot, just so that they're safe and secure. And let's figure out how to do a border. Okay, so this is where we're at. This was supposed to be my double border that hid my yarn ends. However, I've definitely done something wrong, because the yarn ends stick out the back, and the border is supposed to be worked that way and this way, which means that it encloses nothing. So that didn't work. So I'm thinking, because I've tied it all off already, I might just weave them in as best I can. Right, okay, so I've been weaving in my ends, and just in case you're new at crochet or you're new to weaving in ends, I'm going to show you what I've done specifically for these really tiny ones that are a lot shorter than my needle. So I literally just go through some stitches, try and go through on those bits, and then poke through there and yank it out, and then just trim off the little tufty bit. And that's how I weave ends that are way too small. This is what we've done. It's all finished. All the ends have been weaved. I definitely feel like I'm going to use the mosaic stitch again. Not for a big project. It looks gorgeous and I'd love it for like a full blanket size, but I don't have the patience to do that. I know I don't. But I did find a pattern for a hat, which possibly I might do. And I do have this lovely blue and purpley skein. Has it got a colour? Raindrop. It's called Raindrop. And it's Colour Rush DK by Signet. But it's very nice, it's very soft, and mixing that with the white on top, beautiful, nice and icy. It'll match one of the blankets I made in the past. I like my icy colours. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please give it a like. Hello. If you want to see more, I try and upload every Tuesday, and I try and post shorts throughout the week whenever anything interesting happens. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you feel like it. No pressure, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.